The moment I was reborn, I froze all my bank accounts. Then I took my settlement money and skipped town overnight. Why? Because in my past life, my so-called best bro faked his death to dodge a massive debt, dumping millions in liability on me, while he changed his name and lived the high life in secret. Clueless, I worked my butt off to pay his debts, grinding away for 10 years straight. I ate scraps when I was hungry, slept under bridges when I was tired, all while supporting the widow and orphan he left behind. In the end, I worked myself into an early grave, dying from sheer exhaustion. When I opened my eyes, I was back at the river fishing with him. Help! Someone save me! You can't swim! If I die, I'm entrusting my wife and kid to you. Please, take good care of them for me. At that moment, Doozy Tang was struggling in the water, bobbing up and down, sinking and surfacing, yelling out his last will and testament at me. The current was strong, and Doo was quickly swept away. I stood on the bank, watching him vanish from my sight. Seeing my best friend wash away, I didn't feel an ounce of panic. I was totally calm, because this was the second time I'd lived through this. I knew exactly what this was, Doo's scheme. Memories of my past life flooded my mind. Doo and I were childhood friends. I always treated him like a brother. But that was just me being naive. That day in my past life was exactly like today. Doo invited me fishing, then accidentally fell in. Before the water took him, he gave his final instructions, dumping his wife and kid on me. I felt so guilty about Doo's death, blaming myself for not saving him. So, I dedicated my life to taking care of them. Doo left behind a ton of debt, and I paid it all off. His wife wanted cars, designer clothes. I bought them. I sent his kid to the most expensive private schools. For 10 years, I supported Doo's family. I didn't even date anyone. I lived entirely for them. But Doo's family was a bottomless pit. They sucked me dry, always taking, never giving. Working to fund their lifestyle, I eventually got cancer from the stress. On my deathbed in my final moments, Doo actually showed up with his wife and kid. Shenmo, thanks for taking care of my family all these years. I had no choice but to fake my death back then. But hey, I'm successful now, so I'm back. You can go in peace. My wife and kid don't need you anymore. That's when I realized it was all Doo's plot. The drowning wasn't an accident. It was a setup. To escape his debts, he faked his death to get away clean, then exploited my loyalty. Used my guilt, and made me a free babysitter, while he stayed in the shadows, living it up. I found out the truth too late. I died full of hatred. Watching a smug Doo return to his family, I couldn't rest in peace. Thinking back on everything, staring at the river where Doo had just vanished, I clenched my fists in rage. Since neither of us could swim, I never suspected his death in my last life. But looking at it now, it was full of holes. Who calmly dictates a will while they're drowning? He obviously learned to swim secretly, and played me for a fool. He made my past life a living hell, living a life that wasn't even mine, slaving away for his family. This time, he's going to pay. I called the cops. Just like before, the police couldn't find Doo anywhere. They assumed he'd been washed away. At the same time, I called his wife, Fu Yanjie. Soon, Fu Yanjie arrived with their son, Du Tian. Fu Yanjie went ballistic the moment she saw me. She rushed over to slap me. But I expected it, and dodged it easily. Missing the slap, she screamed at me. This is all your fault. Why did you invite Doo fishing? If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be dead. Now that he's gone, what are we supposed to do? Give me back my husband! In my past life, when she blamed me, I didn't complain. I hated myself, taking all the blame onto my own shoulders. I genuinely thought I killed him. But this time I looked her in the eye. Don't put this on me. Doo invited me fishing today. I didn't even want to go, but he insisted. Besides, he's just missing right now. How do you know he's dead for sure? Maybe they'll find him soon. He was washed away by the current. How could he still be alive? Maybe there's a miracle. Until I see a body, I won't believe Doo is dead. But you sound like you want him to be dead. I do not. He's my husband. Why would I want him dead? This is all your fault. You didn't watch him. You killed him. What do you mean I didn't watch him? He's the one who ignored the danger and insisted on fishing in dangerous waters. I couldn't stop him. Doo was your best friend. Something horrible has happened to him. And you're talking about him like this? It's on you. If you have any conscience at all, you'll take care of us for him. I never said I'd take his place. I don't care. Xiaoyan is starting school soon. And we don't have the tuition money. Now that Doo is gone, and you're his best friend, you have to pay for it. Then Doo's son, Du Qian, ran up too. He yelled at me. I want toys. You buy them for me. Seeing this, I laughed internally. They didn't look like people who just lost a husband and father. I was too devastated to notice it last time. But now it was so obvious. I shook my head. No money, then quit school. Why go to an elite private school? Just go to a public one. Fu Yanji exploded instantly. What? How can Xiao Yan go to a public school? Are you trying to ruin my child? With his grades, honestly. It doesn't matter where he goes. My poor life. You killed my husband. And now you won't help his family. I was wrong about you. He treated you like a brother. And this is how you repay him? You have no heart. How can you face Doo after this? Fu Yanji threw a tantrum, blaming me, insisting I killed him. But I didn't budge. I stood firm that his death wasn't on me. Insisted Du Qian go to public school, and refused to give a dime. We argued for a long time. Realizing she wasn't getting anything, she stormed off. To an outsider, I probably looked heartless, but only I knew. This is exactly what they deserved. Days passed, Doo was still missing. Everyone assumed he was dead. I wasn't planning to go find him yet. Fu Yanji tried every excuse to get money, but I didn't give her a cent. Before, I was her personal ATM. This time, not a chance. I wanted to see how long Du could hide. Then Fu Yanji called me again. She sounded desperate. Chen Mo! Get over here and save us! Xiao Yan and I are going to die. I didn't ask why. I hung up and headed straight to her house. When I got there, I found several burly thugs in the living room with the mother and son. When she saw me, it was like she saw a savior. She screamed, Chen Mo, you're finally here! Help us! These guys want to hurt us. Then she turned to the thugs. This is my husband's best friend. The money my husband owes. He'll pay it back! Even the cowering kid Du Xian chimed in. Yeah, Uncle Chen will pay Dad's debt. Just ask him for the money. Leave us alone. The thugs looked at me. One menacing guy sized me up and growled, You covering their debt? What debt? I have no idea what you're talking about. The thug paused, then glared at Fu Yanji. She scrambled to explain. They came today saying Du owed them a lot of money. They want us to pay. I don't have that kind of money. They said if we don't pay, they'll kick Xiao Yan and me out and sell the house. Chen Mo, you're Du's best friend. You have to help us. You can't just watch us die. You can't let us end up on the streets. She put on her pitiful act. I laughed inside. The main reason Du faked his death was to escape this massive debt. Last time, out of guilt. And to protect these two, I stupidly paid it off. I spent the next 10 years drowning in debt for them. But now, no way. I wasn't going to help. I was going to pour gas on the fire. I looked at the thug. How much does Du owe you? 5 million. 5 million? That's a lot. I don't have that kind of cash. If it was a few grand, I could help. After all, you borrow money, you pay it back. That's the law. But I can't cover this. If you guys have no money, you'll have to sell the house to pay the debt. Fu Yanji panicked. What do you mean you have no money? You have millions from that demolition settlement. I smirked internally. She was definitely after my settlement money. No wonder Du chose this exact moment to fake his death. My family's demolition funds had just come through. I'd mentioned it to Du over drinks once. He knew I had money, so he set me up. That money is with my parents. And it's only about $1 million. Not enough to clear your debt. Actually, I had 4 million, but I wasn't telling them that. Fu Yanji yelled, Just give us whatever you have. Why should I? I didn't borrow the money. Your apartment is worth 2 million. Just sell it. No. If we sell it, where will Xiao Yan and I live? Rent a place. People live in rentals all the time. Before she could reply, I turned to the thugs. Look, fellas, about Du's debt. I just found out about it too. I know I'm his friend, but debts belong to the debtor. This has nothing to do with me. Go after whoever owes you. However, they haven't found Du's body yet. He might not be dead. Maybe he's just afraid to come home. The thugs paused. They had rushed over today because they heard Du died, and were afraid Fu Yanji would run too. I continued. I suggest you put a tail on these two. That way, dead or alive, you don't have to worry about them skipping town. If he's alive, he'll come back eventually. If he's dead, you can come back for them later. But if you kick them out now and sell the house, it won't cover the debt anyway. The thugs discussed it briefly. The leader nodded. Makes sense. All right, I'll give you face today. He glared at Fu Yanji viciously. Don't try anything slick. Don't even think about running, or I'll kill you both. Let's go. The thugs left. As soon as they were in the elevator, Fu Yanji glared at me. Chen Mo! Are you even Du's friend? Why are you hurting him? Why didn't you help us? I shrugged. How did I hurt him? I didn't make him borrow the money. And I'm right. You have to pay back what you owe. Besides, Du isn't confirmed dead. I was just stalling for you. I don't have the cash. How could I pay it? At least you aren't homeless yet. Hearing this, Fu Yanji's anger faded a bit. She went back to playing the victim. Chen Mo, you really have to help us. I don't know what else to do. Xiao Yan is just a kid. I can handle suffering. But he can't. I patted her on the shoulder, reassuring her. Don't worry. I'm Du's best bro. I'll figure something out. I faked some more comfort and left. Once I was in the elevator, I finally smiled. Du, I'm definitely gonna help you. But the kind of help I'm giving, you might not want it. End of file.